Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. Now, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about The Lone Ranger. This movie came out on Wednesday, which is really weird for a movie for some reason. Despicable Me 2 came out on Wednesday too. I don't know why this is happening to movies, but whatever, we're going with it. Saves me time between putting it down and reviewing it. So yeah, just really quick, I'll be talking about the ending to the movie after the credits, like I usually do with my videos. And so if you've seen the movie and you want to hear my thoughts on the ending, or kind of more of an in-depth look at the movie with spoilers, stay tuned after that. So yeah, just getting right into it, the movie is about the Lone Ranger and Tonto. The movie starts out with a kid going in like 1933, I think. He's going to this kind of carnival area. He goes into this booth and he sees Tonto in this exhibit. And from there, Tonto, as an old man, he is telling this kid about like untold stories about the Lone Ranger, basically how he came to be the Lone Ranger. Johnny Depp as Tonto, he does a really good job, I thought, in the movie. He does have kind of the Captain Jack Sparrow vibe to it, like a lot of critics have been talking about. But I didn't really think he overdid it that much. He kind of fit into the character. He made it a little bit goofy, and I didn't really mind it. I haven't seen any of the original Lone Ranger footage or anything like that, so that might influence myself a little bit. Yeah, as a whole, I didn't really mind Johnny Depp's performance. I thought he did a really good job, and I enjoyed it. And then we have Armie Hammer as the Lone Ranger, or John Reed, depending on if he has the mask on or not. And he also, I thought, did a pretty good job for the most part. There are a few scenes here or there where it's like, eh. But for the most part, I thought he did a really good job as the Lone Ranger. He did good with the dialogue that he was given. And I don't know, I didn't really hate the movie like a lot of people have been saying that they hate the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I didn't have super high expectations for it going in, so I think that helped to kind of balance it out a little bit. And then the villain, Butch Cavendish, is portrayed by William Fichtner. He actually does a really good job in this movie. He's very creepy, he's menacing, he's just like a typical villain for these types of Western films, except like a lot more devious. So I thought he did a good job as well. I didn't even realize it was William Fichtner, honestly, until I looked at the IMDb just now. So yeah, the fact that I couldn't even recognize him is probably a good thing. Showed that he carried out his role really well. I've seen him in numerous other films, and yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, those were the kind of three main characters of the film. There are other characters throughout the movie, obviously, but those are the three that I'm going to talk about. Everyone else, kind of hit or miss. Helen Carter from Sweeney Todd, Les Mis, bunch of other things. She's kind of a somewhat big actress, and yet she wasn't really used that much in the movie, which kind of disappointed me because she's Red Harrington, and she's got like this prosthetic leg which shoots out a gun from the heel of it, and it's just kind of a cool thing. She's here like about in the middle of the film, and then towards the end a little bit, but for the most part she's not really in the movie too much, which I thought was kind of a waste. So yeah, plot-wise, John Reed, he's just this lawyer. He can't really fight. He doesn't know how to do he doesn't know how to fight vigilantes yet. He goes out with his brother. He's deemed a ranger, and the group is ambushed. Like I said, this is an origin story. It's showing how John Reed became the Lone Ranger. It shows how he was before he was the Lone Ranger, and then just events as he is kind of coming to accept it, and his relationship, and kind of forming his relationship with Tonto. That was one thing that did kind of bug me about the film, is the fact that there was a little bit of a heated chemistry. They never seemed to really bond as allies until the very end of the film, which, I don't know, it kind of bugged me. It was somewhat realistic for about the first half, and then it was just kind of like, if you're going to be traveling together for this long, you'd think there'd be some sort of kinship forming at some point. But I don't know, that just kind of bugged me a little bit. What a lot of people have been saying is that the movie is kind of long. I do kind of agree with that. It could have been shortened. There could have been pieces taken out that weren't really necessary. And I don't know. I I don't know, I found myself looking at my watch a few times, seeing how much longer the film had. So yeah, I would say if anything, the film could have been shorter. And so yeah, on to enjoyment, and I kind of covered that already, but for the most part, I did actually enjoy the film pretty much. Like I said, I didn't go in with very high expectations, and so I think that kind of helped it out a little bit. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. It's not Johnny Depp's best role by far, but it's an enjoyable film. I think that if you don't have kids and you're not a fan of Despicable Me 2 or anything else that's in theaters this weekend, go see this. I think that you would definitely enjoy it, and it's one that is worthy of a sequel or a potential trilogy. I hope that it does get one, because I think that it could be a really good film for it. If that's my review of the film, it could have been shorter, and I think they could have used their actors a little bit more, among other things that I said in the review. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. I'll be talking about the ending of the film in just a few minutes, or in just a minute, I guess, after the credits roll. And so yeah, my name is Nick Pell, and as always, my good people, keep on watching. And if you are still here, you are here to see me talk about the ending to The Lone Ranger. This is essentially the part where the music starts playing. It's heroic. It's a big train scene. I thought this was done actually really well. I enjoyed it. I had seen some reviews where they talked about, not the scene directly, but they mentioned that at the end they had the Lone Ranger theme song going. And I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. It was cheesy at some parts, and it's kind of unrealistic at others. But I don't know, I enjoyed it for what it was. I knew that it wasn't going to be this amazing film of epic things, and it was kind of obvious that Tonto was alive at the end, and obviously John Reed's not going to get killed either. So there wasn't really any worry about any of these characters getting killed. But I don't know, I enjoyed the film. I thought the ending was actually well done. Like I said, a little bit cheesy, but I didn't really mind it too much. It didn't kill the film for me. So yeah, that's kind of my very quick thoughts on it. There wasn't a whole lot to the ending of this film. I did like the little interaction between the kid and Tonto throughout the movie. I thought that was really well done. I kind of liked how the film ended with Tonto kind of disappearing. And so yeah, I don't know how that will play out if there is a sequel. So that's my thoughts on the ending. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments on the movie as a whole, or the ending, or the actors, or anything that you so desire. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And once again, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.